Right here we're going to take a look at an example on how to find a measure of dispersion. And so what we're talking about is we are talking about finding the mean, the median, the mode, the range, and the standard deviation for a given data set. Okay. So in this case, we've been given a data set here, and so just like with mean, median, and mode, the first thing you want to do is you want to reorganize your data so that it's in least to greatest. So I'm going to take a quick second here and go ahead and do that. Alright, so once you've organized your data, you always want to make sure and you figure out how many are in your sample, and in our case there should be 11. So then you can see down here at the bottom I have mean, or median, mode, range, standard deviation, and right here I have mean. Okay, so we want to calculate all of those for it. So there's a few things that you need to remember. Again, your mean is going to be sum up all the data and divide by the number of points we have. So when you do that, you should come out with a mean of 24. Your median is the middle, so again you're going to start on the outer edges and you're going to work your way in, and we're going to come out here with a median of 25. The mode is talking about the ones that occur most often, and in this case we have 22 and 27 that both have bimodal pairs. My range is going to go your largest value minus the smallest. So in this case, that's going to be 32 minus 15, which is going to give me 17 as a result. And then we have standard deviation. Now, this table is not generally provided. However, I find that this particular table really helps to organize your data in a way that makes sense and allows you to easily calculate standard deviation. First, to fill it out, we need to list out our table values. So we're just going to go ahead and list the values that we ordered. So once we've done that, now notice here we have xi, that stands for your data value, minus the mean. So what that means is we're going to do 15 minus 24. And you want to write it down as is. So in this case we get negative 9. We can do it again, 19 minus 24, which in this case is a negative 5. You're going to do that for each and every one of these data sets. If you look at this next one, notice it says xi minus x bar, so that's this column here squared. So essentially what we're doing is we're taking each one of these values, so like negative 9, and we're going to square it. Let's do it one more time. So this would be the negative 5 and squared. You're going to do that for each one of these values. Now, this sum down here says you're going to take this column and you are going to add up all these values and put that number here. So essentially we are adding all of these values together all the way down. When you do that, you should come out with 226. So do make sure that you work this so that you understand. So again, we're adding 81 plus 25 plus 9 plus 4 plus 4 and so on. Now once we get to that, the fun stuff begins. For my standard deviation, we are using samples. So your sample is going to say that you are going to take the square root of the sum of my data point minus the mean squared, and you're going to divide that by your number of samples minus 1. Well, this is why this column down to this summation is so important, because by doing this table, you've already done this hard part. So here, what you're going to put in is that this is 226 over 11 minus 1, and you're going to take the square root at the end of that. So in this case, you're going to end up with 4.75, or if you're told to round, you may write 4.8 depending. And that's all there is to it. So, standard deviation based on the values that have been given. So if you have any questions on standard deviation, please let me know. Otherwise, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.